Hey witches, how you doing today? We're back with another video. I am just back from camping and I wanted to share with you a few things that fall under the category of one of my favorite tools, which is wands. I actually don't use wands a lot in my practice, but I'm sort of obsessed with the idea of the magic wand. I absolutely love the concept. So I'm going to show you a couple of things I found on my recent camping trip, plus something that is one of my favorite tools, made out of 4,000-year-old bog oak. So stick around for that. Before we get started, for those of you who are new around here, my name is Taya. Welcome to the channel. We talk about all things witchcraft here. And for those of you who are returning viewers, maybe coming in from another video, welcome back. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support, and all of you. Please consider subscribing. It's a really great way to help us build the channel. All right, my favorite tool, wands. So like I said, I was just recently camping and I found a couple of things that I thought were really cool, and both of them fit into the category of wands, if you will. So the first one, it's a little bit bigger. It's birch wood, and it's almost a stang. It's not really tall enough to be a stang. Like sitting on the floor, it just comes to here. So if I'm to stand, it only comes to like my waist. But I absolutely love the shape of it. I love that it's made out of a wood I can identify, which I'll talk about in a second. And yeah, I just was like, I think it's perfect. So I'm gonna do something with it. I'm thinking it almost reminds me of like a blasting rod or something. But birch isn't really blasty. Birch is about rebirth and newness. So we'll see what we make with it. But I was really excited about that find. Now the other thing I found was this really cool little piece of wood, which doesn't look like much until you turn it over. And what happened was it was cracked down to here, and there's this little channel running through it of, I don't know if it was sort of the core of the original tree, what it was, and it all kind of just flaked right out and left this beautiful little channel on the underside. And it just fits perfectly in your hand. And I just thought, what a beautiful wand. So I took it back, I carved it down a little bit, sanded it up, so it's all lovely and ready to go. The original end is still there though, where it was broken. I must have passed this about, 15 times on walks until finally I'm like, every time I walk past that stick, it like bings in my head. I need to take it and figure out what I'm meant to do with it. And this was it. I made a wand. Now, the thing about it being fallen wood, and I mean, it didn't have any even bark on it, is I couldn't tell you what kind of tree this comes from. Now, given the area it was in, it's most likely poplar or ash. Those are the two kind of trees that grow, poplar, ash, and a little bit of birch. So yeah, but I thought that was really cool. This is, so what I'm gonna do, sorry, I meant to tell you, is I'm gonna get some gold paint, and I'm gonna paint this channel gold, and then on the top side, I'm gonna paint in gold all like little sigils and symbols for whatever I'm gonna do with this wand. I've decided it needs to have a specific purpose, but yeah, I love finding stuff like this out in nature, and I'm, like I said, obsessed with wands. I've never really used them in my practice. I use a stang to direct the energy when I'm laying the compass, and that's about it. Otherwise, I just sort of use my hands to, like, if I need to direct energy or whatever, I tend to just use my hands. So kind of, I'm not a big wand person, but I'm starting to amass quite the collection of wands, or wands that I've started and haven't quite finished yet. But the one thing I really wanted to share with you guys, and this was a find from a couple months ago, and there is this gentleman I watch on TikTok. His name is Fergus Art, F-E-R-G-U-S, Fergus Art, and he is a craftsman, an artist out of Scotland. So for those of you that know, my personal practice is very Scottish based, and he makes magic wands. And he has them made out of all different trees, all kinds of different things, and I mean, they're absolutely gorgeous. He carves them down, he finishes them up, they're beautiful. And every once in a while, he has some wands available that are made from 4,000-year-old bog oak. So I thought that That to me is worth putting some money on, right? So it's a piece of oak that's fallen into a bog and then sat there for like 4,000 years, and basically, right, the acidity of the peat bogs would preserve the wood and also like stain it quite dark. So he had a selection of wands that he had put out, and he'll like announce it on his TikTok. And I caught it, but it was like 3 days after he'd announced it. And I was like, oh, you know, these things sell out like usually within 24 hours. But I thought, oh, I'll just check. What do you know? There was still one left, and I'm a big believer in if it's meant to be, it'll be. And so I thought, well, if there's one there, it's obviously meant for me, because usually these things sell out so quickly. And sure enough, there was one left. Isn't she gorgeous? She's this lovely little almost chevron here. It fits in your hand really nicely. It's quite light, and it's all hand carved. So I will leave a link to Fergus Art, to his Etsy shop in the description below. But isn't that a beautiful? It's made out of 4,000-year-old bog oak. So if something's gonna hold some magic in it, I have to believe it's 4,000-year-old bog oak. So huge shout out to Fergus Art for making these beautiful wands. Oh, and this is really cute. When it gets sent to you, he has to write on the package, right? I'm in a different country overseas, so he has to write on the package, what is it? Instead of writing magic wand, he wrote porge stirrer, for stirring your porge. Porge stirring stick. So this is my porge stirrer / magic wand from Fergus Art, and I absolutely love and adore it. It's a beautiful piece. He's just got amazing craftsmanship. The whole thing is just smooth as can be. And I love the little chevron that goes throughout it. So yeah, that's my newest acquisition. And this one is my newest creation, if you will. So hopefully we'll have something fun to do with this one. When I'm done this one, if I get it done, I will totally share it with you guys. So do you have a magic wand? Do you use magic wands in your practice? I'd love to know what you use them for, because I really do want to use my wands, but I just never sort of have an opportunity to, or really know what to use them for or when to use them. So yeah, if you have one, let me know. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you use it for. What do you love about it? Yeah. Give us a share. I'd love to have a chat. And otherwise, yeah, that's a quick one. That's our video for today. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks so much, you guys.